Every year, the firearms industry introduces a new cartridge that's supposed to replace the old favorites. One season it's the 6.5 Creedmoor. The next it's the 7mm PRC. The marketing promises flatter trajectories, better wind performance, and the end of the old guard. But when you step away from the advertisements and start looking at actual ballistics, ammunition availability, and real-world hunting results, one cartridge keeps showing up year after year, the 30-06 Springfield. More than a century after its introduction, the 30-06 remains one of the most trusted hunting cartridges in North America. It continues filling tags on whitetail, deer, mule deer, elk, moose, and black bear because it delivers a combination of power, versatility, and availability that many newer cartridges still struggle to match. I've watched countless game-changing cartridges rise to popularity over the years. Shooters declared the 6.5 Creedmoor would replace everything. Then the 7mm PRC arrived, and attention shifted again. Through all of it, the 30-06 kept doing exactly what it's done since 1906. Originally developed as a military cartridge, it spent the following century proving itself in hunting camps across the country. That kind of longevity doesn't happen because of advertising. It happens because the cartridge consistently performs on real animals in real hunting conditions. Whether you're sitting in a Midwestern tree stand or glassy Western mountain basins, the 30-06 continues delivering dependable results. Typical factory loads using 150 to 180 grain bullets generate velocities between 2,700 and 2,900 feet per second, while producing roughly 2,900 foot-pounds of energy or more at the muzzle. In practical hunting terms, that means enough velocity for normal field distances, enough energy for large game, and predictable terminal performance with everything from traditional cup and core bullets to modern bonded and copper projectiles. Another advantage many people overlook is availability. Rifles and ammunition can be found almost everywhere. Big box stores, small town hardware stores, sporting goods retailers. Most of them keep 30-06 on the shelf even when newer cartridges become difficult to locate. The cartridge isn't exciting because it's new. It's respected because it works. When it comes to hunting cartridges, numbers matter. The 30-06 continues to perform because the ballistics remain highly effective even by modern standards. A typical 165 grain hunting load leaves the muzzle at approximately 2,800 feet per second. A 180 grain load generally runs closer to 2,700 feet per second. Both produce roughly 2,800 to 3,000 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. That's one reason elk guides continue to trust the cartridge. The performance is predictable, and predictable cartridges consistently fill freezers. Zero a 165 grain bullet at 200 yards, and you'll typically see about 7 to 8 inches of drop at 300 yards. By 500 yards, drop generally falls into the 45 to 50 inch range. With a 10 mile per hour crosswind, expect roughly 20 to 24 inches of drift depending on bullet design. Those aren't flashy numbers, but they're consistent. Consistency matters more than hype when a hunting opportunity finally presents itself. Comparing the 30-06 to other popular cartridges reveals why it remains so competitive. A .308 Winchester firing a 165 grain bullet typically produces slightly less velocity and energy, particularly at extended distances. The 6.5 Creedmoor often offers superior ballistic coefficients and slightly reduced wind drift. but it generally delivers less energy on larger animals. The 7mm PRC certainly shoots flatter and handles wind more effectively. However, that performance comes with increased recoil, higher ammunition costs, and significantly reduced availability compared to the 30-06. The 30-06 sits in an ideal middle ground. It offers enough velocity and bullet weight to handle elk and moose while remaining considerably more manageable than the larger magnums. The true strength of the 30-06 isn't found in any single ballistic statistic. It's found in versatility. For deer and antelope, lighter 150 or 165 grain soft points from manufacturers like Remington, Winchester, and Federal provide excellent performance. These loads generally leave the muzzle between 2,750 and 2,900 feet per second, while producing reliable expansion and clean heart lung kills. When tougher animals or more challenging shot angles enter the picture, bonded and monolithic bullets become valuable options. Loads featuring projectiles such as the Nosler Akabon, Federal Trophy Bonded Tip, Barnes TTX, or similar designs maintain integrity when encountering bone and continue penetrating deeply. Move into elk, moose, or black bear territory, and the cartridge scales up effortlessly. 180 grain bullets offer sectional densities around 0.27, one while maintaining strong ballistic coefficients. These heavier projectiles retain energy well and penetrate deeply through heavy muscle and bone. Hunters seeking maximum penetration can even choose 200 or 220 grain factory loads. Most rifles chambered in 30-06 use a 1 in 10 twist rate, which stabilizes these heavier bullets effectively. The cartridge also adapts well to modern hunting requirements. Copper projectiles such as the Barnes TTX and Hornady CX meet lead-free regulations while still expanding reliably at typical 30-06 impact velocities. Long-range oriented bullets like the Hornady LX and Nosler Akabon Long Range further expand the cartridge's capabilities without requiring a completely different rifle platform. One rifle can comfortably cover everything from antelope to moose. That's a level of flexibility few cartridges can match. Availability is one area where the 30-06 continues to dominate. During ammunition shortages, many hunters discovered that trendy cartridges often disappeared first. Meanwhile, 30-06 remained one of the most consistently stocked hunting rounds available. Walk into almost any sporting goods store, and you'll typically find options from Remington, Federal, Winchester, Hornady, Barnes, Nosler, and others. Standard soft point loads, bonded bullets, copper projectiles, and premium hunting ammunition are all widely available. That availability creates practical advantages. If you forget ammunition during a hunting trip, finding replacements is usually straightforward. If your rifle doesn't group well with one load, there are countless alternatives available nearby. The cartridge's popularity also benefits reloaders. Brass from companies such as Federal, Winchester, Nosler, and Norma is easy to obtain. Reloading dies are readily available from major manufacturers, and bullet selection spans roughly 125 to 220 grains. The result is a cartridge that remains easy to shoot, easy to reload, and easy to support year after year. One criticism often directed at the 30-06 involves recoil. However, the actual numbers tell a more balanced story. In an 8-pound hunting rifle, a 165 grain load typically generates approximately 18 to 20 foot-pounds of recoil energy. For comparison, a 308 Winchester generally produces around 16 to 17 foot-pounds, while a 6.5 Creedmoor often falls between 13 and 15. A 7mm PRC typically exceeds 20 foot-pounds. With a quality recoil pad, proper stock fit, or a suppressor where legal, most hunters find the 30-06 entirely manageable. Many shooters also practice with lighter 150 grain loads before confirming 0 with heavier hunting ammunition. Reliability represents another major strength. The cartridge's tapered case design and moderate overall length promote smooth feeding and extraction under difficult conditions. Dust, cold temperatures, and rough field use rarely create problems. That's one reason so many successful hunting rifles have been chambered for it. Whether it's a classic Winchester Model 70, Remington 700, Ruger American, Tikka, Savage, or Browning BAR, the cartridge tends to cycle reliably across a wide variety of platforms. Modern bonded and copper bullets have only enhanced its reputation by providing consistent expansion and penetration across a broad range of hunting distances. After looking at the numbers, field performance, availability, and versatility, it's easy to understand why the 30-06 Springfield remains one of the most trusted hunting cartridges ever developed. Bullet weights ranging from approximately 125 to 220 grains allow hunters to tailor loads for everything from antelope and whitetail deer to elk, moose, and black bear. Typical muzzle velocities between 2,700 and 2,800 feet per second generate substantial energy while maintaining manageable recoil. Heavy bullets offer excellent sectional density and deep penetration, while modern projectile technology continues improving terminal performance. Combined with widespread ammunition availability and an enormous selection of rifles, the cartridge remains as practical today as it was generations ago. Flashy new cartridges will continue arriving every year. Some will offer genuine advantages in specific areas, but the 30-06 keeps earning its place because it combines power, versatility, reliability, and accessibility better than almost anything else on the market. If you already own a 30-06, there's a good chance you have everything you need. Confirm your 0, choose a quality load, learn your win calls, and head into the field with confidence. More than a century later, this cartridge is still getting the job done.